Ukraine good. And I think we have this, and I alluded to it earlier. I think we have this Rocky IV idea of what the Soviet Union / what Russia is now. We still have this idea of what Russia is. And while they are dangerous, they are a world power. No question about that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that, I don't know if that there's, well, they invaded Ukraine. No question about that. That was wrong. Okay. But at the same time, I don't know that this is going to be communism 2.0 and all this other stuff like it was in the Cold War and in the 80s, leading to a World War III, if we play our cards correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that Russia's necessarily the only bad guy here, right? I think Ukraine has its culpabilities here. I mean, you got Zelensky. He and his wife are on the cover of American magazines. 90% of the stuff, if you do your research, 90% of the funding and the weapons that we send there goes immediately to the black market in Ukraine, who then sends it and sells it to all of our enemies against us, right? I mean, it goes to the black market. 10% of that stuff actually goes to Ukraine. Like, and Zelensky gets his piece of that. There's money laundering going on. There are no good guys in this situation. What Trump was asking for is, I just want peace.
Yeah,
I just want peace.
I just think that was the greater thing. We sign this treaty. We get precious metals.
Right.
Our presence will keep Russia out. We don't want you in NATO because if you join, attack against one is attack against all. And who's trying to get online with Russia?
Russia.
Problem.
We're screwed.
Yeah. So let's not do that. I think, but who knows? That's interesting that people went back and watched. I think
nowadays, because there's so many influencers out there, that when one goes back and watches it and says, I have a different take, now they all got to go back and do it.
Yeah, they do.
Because they all hold themselves to that same, whatever false standard that is of social media. So then like the Ben Shapiros and the Konstantin Christins and all those people, they're all going back and watching it again. Like, okay, maybe we've jumped the gun here.
Yeah.
Maybe Zelensky's not the greatest guy in the world. Maybe he signed his own, at least, presidential death warrant here.
I don't know. I have no
idea. Like I said when I came in, like, I don't know who the good guy and the bad guy. I think they're all bad guys, to be honest with you. I think they're all bad guys. What keeps America? It's like that scene in The Godfather 3 where Michael tells his nephew, so kill him. What does any of this have to do with me? But the United States has always been the super cop. We've made ourselves the super cop. We've benefited from being the super cop.
Yeah.
And Americans go about our lives because we don't know what the dirty work is outside of America.
It's horrible what's happening. And it's horrible.
It's terrible.
That they got so decimated.
I feel for these people.
But you got to give it to them, man. They put up a fight.
They do, man.
They have put up a fight.
I empathize for these
out
people.
Of it without having to do this.
Right.
And I think the new push is like, you should really let us in this. We need your help. And the thing is, we're willing to give it to you, but it's got to be on long.
Trump's whole thing is America first.
Yeah.
America first. We've had our own guys going in there and fighting and getting killed in this thing on behalf of Ukraine. I mean, enough's enough.
But you got to admit, it was like a Bravo TV clash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was like this. I don't know.
It really was. I'm tired of it's like that one scene in Fresh Prince where Hillary goes, who's this Bosnia person I keep hearing about? That's how I feel. It's like, all right, I feel for you guys, but when does football season start again?
Yeah. Well, we don't have football season, Dan, but we do have something else that's coming back for the second time. And I think it could get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we will get to that right after this.
Vilified says you're playing, but we can't see or hear nothing. Just saying.
Just saying. Yes, I launched this live, and then I didn't go live with the cameras for most of the first segment. So you'll have to go back and listen to the audio portion because, as Vinny, who just called there, said, Dan made some great points, but I only saw the last 3 minutes of that segment.
Appreciate
That's
that,
my fault. I know, and I'm blaming on this. I have not been out. I have not been drinking, and I went to this brunch today, and I had 2.5 mimosas and a Guinness.
Okay.
And I went home and put my feet up for 30 minutes. And that was it. So
I had a couple of chicken fingers, some birthday cake,
and
a lot of ginger ale.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're not drinking at all.
No.
Not one bit.
Not really. No.
Nothing. I did see a thing, and I could segue to this actually, since we brought it up. There's a shocking new study that has come out. This is real. Highlights a troubling trend. Alcohol-related organ damage is surging among young adults under 40, particularly in women.
Okay.
Researchers found a sharp rise in hospital visits for acute pancreatitis and liver disease, with cases of pancreatitis increasing at an alarming rate of 12% per year among women. The pandemic's impact on drinking habits and the biological differences in how men and women metabolize alcohol are key factors in the crisis. Liver transplants, once common in older men, are now increasingly needed in younger women, according to this article.
Well,
the trend signals a major shift in alcohol. So, the happy hour hangover. Here's the thing. I keep hearing that young people, and I don't know what they're saying is young, but it's under 40, are not drinking. It's edibles, but I guess they're going even younger than that.
Well, I think it depends on how young we're skewing here, because I don't know that the under 30 crowd is into drinking like the under 40 crowd.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like under 40,
100%.
Like under 30, I think they were more into other stuff. Like when I was going to college, I went to Fisher, right? It was rare to see anybody even smoke pot.
Yeah,
I'm not joking.
No, it was.
Now I know that we were an anomaly. Fisher's a different kind of school, but college was known for alcohol and pot. Then the next generation started getting more into hardcore drugs, like coke.
Who was doing that?
Well, like other college students.
Okay.
Right, like speed and meth and that, like the hell with alcohol. And I'm like, wait, I was like shocked. I'm like, not at Fisher. I'm talking about like in general.
Yeah.
Like state schools and stuff. And I'm not trying to put this on there. I'd hear stories like, wait, you did what now? So, yeah, we just go out and we bump coke. I'm like, and they're like, what? You never done that? I go, no, it wasn't even a discussion when I was in school.
I worry because I've been drinking since I was my youngest kid's age. Like,
okay, so you've been drinking since junior high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like 14.
Wow.
Yeah. I might have been
you know what? When I was growing up, the kids were pretty much drinking at the same age.
I might have been in 9th grade.
I didn't drink.
I was in 9th grade.
I didn't drink, but I remember the summer of '94 was when alcohol started becoming a thing with my friends. We were camping out, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we got this bottle of Tito's.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't Tito's. It was some vodka in a plastic bottle. One of those plastic. It was cheap.
Aquavelva, because it was cheap.
Yeah, they're pouring it through a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
No, and all of a sudden they'd like, you won't believe what happened, man. I started losing my brain cells. Like the guys are crying. It's like it's the first time they ever drank alcohol. Hey, let's do it again next weekend. I didn't touch that stuff, man.
I did. I touched it. I drank.
They smoked pot and they drank as early as like 13, 14 years old.
I did.
Even cigarettes too.
Yeah, me too. A little younger than that.
My dad doesn't care.
Cigarettes younger than that.
I see come out of my dad. He doesn't even know.
We stole them from my friend's older brothers. But not often, but the drinking was probably far and few between until you got, but then in college and stuff, God damn, it was like every day. And then, I have been a mess with alcohol for years, like to the point where I can feel myself. I can go, ooh, if I don't leave now, we're in trouble.
You know the cutoff, at least. Though.
I can feel it.
Okay.
Like I can feel it. And I just haven't been out drinking and stuff. So that's why, like today, I was like, ooh,
Like I've
Hit me a
never,
little bit.
I didn't drink till I turned
And I ate.
21. And as you've witnessed over the years, they call it amateur night for a reason.
Yeah.
I was the amateur they were talking about.
Yeah.
If I ever drank, because I didn't know how to drink.
I mean,
I wasn't a drinker.
There's a narrowing gender gap in alcohol-related deaths now,
I believe that.
with women getting hit harder by it. But here's
Their bodies are so small. They're trying to keep up with the guys.
Hang on a second. See, here's the thing that's so freaking weird to this, right? I don't know, and I would hate to say, because there may be somebody who goes, oh yeah, I had a friend and they were, 42 years old and she needed a liver transplant or whatever, and I was a steady drinker, maybe a couple glasses a day. My grandmother drank like nonstop and lived to 96. Now, we think at one point when she stopped drinking or something, like her salt or whatever got, she wound up like
Her sodium levels.
her sodium levels got all screwed up. But she stopped. Now, I don't know that she drank much for the end of her life, but I mean, she drank. I mean, they drank like crazy, and everybody seemed fine.
Well, the reason, like they
So
said,
I go,
the
what
Russians
happened?
have always outdrank the Irish. The thing is, we like the Irish, so we all talk about the Irish drink, but the Russians are like the world champions in alcohol.
But I go, yeah, I understand, but I'm like, but if this is saying that women and the health problems, and I'm not denying that maybe my grandmother had a good constitution, maybe she didn't drink as much as we thought she did.
I'll tell you
no
what.
idea.
I think I have a theory. Yeah, Billy, I have a theory on that.
Okay.
I don't want to put my Cliff Clavin postal workers hat on, but think about this. Your grandmother's generation, right, they ate like paupers. They ate vegetables. They ate what they grew.
Yeah,
They knew what was going into their bodies. They weren't cooking with seed oils and processed food. In the 90s, man, when Clinton was president, the economy was great. We were eating Fruit Loops for breakfast, Fruit Loops for lunch, Fruit Loops we were eating garbage. It was called a health food. And we had, the food pyramid, eat as many grains as possible. This cereal is more fortified than vegetables and fruit. And we ate nothing but garbage. And then all of a sudden come the late 90s, and then we turn 21 and we start drinking even more.
Well,
I think your body just is
that may
overloaded with toxins and it just gets worse and worse. I know 3 different women who died of colon cancer before they turned 40. I don't know them, of 3 different women, friends of mine who got colon cancer. They went to their doctor. They said, I got a stomach issue. They're like, oh, it's probably nothing. You're too young to have a colonoscopy. You don't need unless it's in your family, we're not going to send you. That's why I got mine so early, because my father had it.
Yeah.
And my grandparents said, you got to get in now. But if you don't have a family history of colonoscopy, the odds are you got to be at least 40, maybe 45 before they send you for your first scope.
Right.
And they sent these women in. And I'm like, oh, whoa. That's how that Chadwick Boseman guy, he died of colon cancer. He wasn't 40 yet.
No, he wasn't.
So,
but I don't know that's. I hear what you're saying, and that may be food related. I'm not sure that it's alcohol related.
My point is though, is that I'm not saying you're going to get cancer because of the food. I'm saying all that toxins we ate, the combination, then the alcohol on top of it. Nothing healthy is going into your body.
So if the cost of drinking isn't just a hangover, but a lifetime of hospital visits or even a liver transplant,
I don't think it stops anybody from doing it.
I wonder if is it time to rethink our relationship with alcohol before it's too late? And the thing
I think we should, but I think that it's tied with too good a time. Think about a party you go to.
Yeah. But
you ever go to a party without alcohol?
No, but I can have a couple.
I was at one today.
Yeah.
But there were still people drinking there.
Yeah.
The adults.
Yeah.
Mostly were drinking alcohol.
Okay.
I wasn't, and that's fine if they want to.
How dare they, Daniel?
But the point is, I've been to parties where there's no alcohol or music. And the atmosphere is
fucking lame is that?
It's kind of lame.
Why no music?
You got to remember, where do I come from? Bro?
Okay.
What kind of person am I? What's my faith?
And I got you.
Right.
But why does it have to be boring? Jazz it up a little bit. Sell it to the rest of us, for God's sake.
Dude, I tried doing stand-up. They didn't get it.
Jesus, turn water into wine, folks. Come on.
But so people have associated with, if you go to a Bills game, right?
Yeah.
You think, well, what's the point of going to a Bills game? To go have fun and watch a football game. Oh, no. People go to Bills games for the party beforehand as much as the game itself. The game itself is actually just a bonus. You walk through the tailgates at One Bills Drive, man. Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's like when the Bills were bad, I used to say going to a Bills game is like going to a wedding in reverse. All right. Yes. It's like you got the party and then you have the wedding, and you don't know if the bride and the groom are going to get married at the end of the night. That's what a Bills game used to be.
it just strange that we're seeing this now. And maybe I hear more bad about alcohol lately. You know how like the pendulum swings? Hey, 1 glass of wine a day is perfect. It thins your blood. 2 glasses of wine is all right with dinner. Blah, blah. And now all of a sudden they're going, no wine is good at all, or no wine,
alcohol
no
is,
alcohol.
like
period.
Peter Attia is telling people, I drink alcohol, and and he's like this big medical expert now that everybody's championing him and Andrew Huberman and all these guys. And they're saying, listen, we drink alcohol, but there's no benefit to alcohol.
Yeah.
Zero. None. It's not going to help you.
No, but well, it does. In a way that you're not counting on, Dan.
Go ahead.
It makes that lame party a lot more fun.
That's
you know
the point.
It is. It does.
Why did we stay in radio so long? Because it was one nonstop party until someone got fired.
But it was, but it's fun.
And I've been fired 3 times.
Okay. It's just a fun thing. Like, even you're hanging out at the bar, you're around people, you're talking. If you can,
people are loosened up.
If you can handle it though, and you've got to know when your throttle is, I would say like 2 should be your limit probably. And then, but if you're not doing 2, take an Uber. But then even there, it starts to make you wonder, because I'll tell you what, you watch Gene Hackman, one of my favorite actors. Love Gene Hackman. Just died, 95 years old. They think, I don't know if
suspicious.
They're saying suspicious. I don't know what happened.
They found a dog in the closet. That's pretty suspicious. You didn't hear about this?
I knew that his
wife was in one room, his wife's in the other, and the dog was locked in the closet dead. Or there were 2 dogs. One survived. But like they're dead for like 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
like
know.
Nobody checked on them. Like their kids, nobody.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
There were pills on the floor. They were in 2 separate rooms, dead.
I thought it sounded like carbon monoxide is what I thought originally, because I heard dog. I haven't looked into this much after that. I see the headlines that it's suspicious. Mm-hmm. Here's what I was going to say. Is none of us are getting out of this
alive.
Alive, but in great shape.
Unless Jesus comes back first. But go ahead.
You're watching Gene Hackman at 95, and they show him a year ago walking, and it doesn't even look like the guy. Yeah. Like when they show his face and stuff, it just doesn't look like him.
It didn't take much to put him over.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like at 90. So we're all headed that way. But then there's those people that we see, like you go to the Blue Zone diets and these things, and they all seem fine. So I go, is it us? Is it alcohol? Is it late nights? Is it these things that I don't know. I have no idea.
Right.
But if you thought you could be better off in those years, if someone said to you, stop drinking now, and you're going to sail off into the sunset pretty well. Most thing, you may die of natural causes at some point, maybe in your sleep. It'll be comfortable. Don't worry about it. Instead of, you get Parkinson's disease, dementia. You can't find certain things. You see him, he's walking, he needs, I don't know. I go, if alcohol is causing that, then maybe we should all stop. But who's going to stop?
Right, because we all live in the now.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember in school, back when I was in college, when you were going to college, you could smoke in the bars. People could smoke in bars.
Yeah.
In New York State. You can't do that anymore. And a lot of the girls that we were going, not guys so much, but girls would smoke.
Yeah.
These were not girls who smoked regularly. No. They just smoked
at the bar.
Why?
Smoke when I drink, Dan.
Right.
Leave me be. Why do you got to judge,
right. And
Dan?
then when the laws changed, they went from smoking and drinking to just chain drinking. One drink because they had, and the story was that they didn't know what to do with their hands. They had to have something in their hands the whole time. Yeah, so that's what they did.
Well, they had things for
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay.
No. That's where the old saying.
They drank more.
If she smokes, she pokes. She'll put that in her mouth. She'll put anything in there, fellas.
Is that what it was?
That's the kind of girl you want to not take home to mom.
I mean, like there was a movie that Justin Timberlake was in where everything was measured in a minute of time.
Yeah. Oh.
Where like cash, like the currency wasn't cash, it was minutes.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a cup of coffee, it cost you 4 minutes of your life.
Yes.
So if you looked at life that way, it was a unique concept. I didn't see the movie, but I understand the principle. If you looked at like, hey, look, every cigarette you smoke is going to take 4 minutes off your life. Let's say hypothetically.
But we don't know that.
We don't know that. It would be cool if we could calibrate that, and then maybe people would change. But I don't think they do. No. I think they want to live for right now. I'll deal with it later. I'll fix this.
Yeah.
There's always the devil's greatest lie is there's no hurry.
Well, the bill's going to come due at some point.
Right.
Right. Your body's going to. You can feel it and stuff, and
but nobody's ever ready for when that bill comes due.
No, but you're not, or you don't
tell yourself you
expect
will be.
it. But you're right.
Yeah,
right. And it happens, and it happens pretty quickly, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa,
yep,
whoa,
Or you could have a debilitating injury, like Kim Pagula. She looked like she was in the picture of health, and she had a stroke and a heart attack. She's never going to be the same. She's living. She's a billionaire, but so what?
Right. But here's the thing. Like, okay, so what about that guy who lives to be 100 and has a shot of whiskey and a cigarette every day? And then there's somebody, who eats and runs and
they end up with cancer.
Yeah, it's like it's an unfair
You don't
thing.
know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
And so I go,
did you grow up under power lines? Did you have bad water growing up?
So you just figure, well,
I'm going out with my boots on.
I don't know. Hey, alcohol kills things. Maybe it'll kill that. Another shot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I know
think
a guy who
all things in moderation would be probably a better way to
I know a guy who refused to take his blood pressure medication because it was too expensive. His insurance wasn't covered. He's like, I'm not taking it. And he's been living with a stroke for 15 years.
Yeah.
And life sucks.
Yeah.
So you really got to just ask yourself, okay, what am I willing to live with?
Right.
What is it worth it to me?
I don't know.
Because death may not be the worst thing. The worst thing could be living
it could be the best thing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it could be the best thing. At least that's what you're telling me.
I mean, like, would you want to live would you want to live like in a wheelchair? Like, and I don't want to knock. I'm not knocking anybody who has to do that.
I'm saying if you were able-bodied, and
you were on one day the lights go out,
right?
How would you want to live like that?
I don't. I think.
And someone told you that, hey, listen, put that drink down,
yes,
or you'll turn into that,
right? Or or look around. I mean, do you want to be Toothless Eddie?
Right. No knock on Eddie.
Hey man,
I think Eddie likes being Eddie.
No, of course,
but Eddie doesn't have a choice.
Right, but the thing is, like, at some point, it's things start to deteriorate. Who knows? Everybody's constitution is different. I say take all the information you can gather and make your own judgment for what's best for you.
Right.
That's all.
Right.
Alcohol can make you feel pretty shitty later on. But it's also a whole lot of fun in the moment.
Well, isn't Oscar Wilde? Was he the guy who said everything in moderation, including moderation?
Yes. Everything in moderation, including moderation. All right. We will, we'll take a moment. You brought up something about, we'll do this. We'll do the games that I teased before. We don't have football right now, but these games are coming back.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Lawn darts?
Close. We'll get to that right after this. Well, hot damn, that's some picking. Danny, I play this because coming back for the second year, the Florida Man Games.
Florida Man Games.
The Florida Man Games.
I wonder if my brother Ryan will be there.
Well, this happens, I believe, up in the Jacksonville area, St. Augustine, I think. It's at the St. Johns County Fairgrounds, and they do all the things that Florida Man has a reputation for. They have human beer pong.
Oh.
I don't know what that looks like. They have beer belly sumo wrestling. They have grocery aisle brawl. They have hurricane party prep grocery aisle brawl. So you're running out to hurricane prep, and then you get in a fight with somebody in the aisle because you're both going for the same can of tomatoes or something. I don't know.
Toilet paper.
Yeah.
Water.
The defending champions are Hanky Spanky, and they're going to come back to protect their title. Yep. And they're facing off against competitors like an all-female team called the Ballbusters. And, it's fun. I think also features gator interactions, lawnmower racing, and a midget wrestling warrior show embodying the perfect mix of chaos, sunburns, and so in a way, you go, are we... I had to think, like, what could we do here? Like in the greater Rochester area.
Oh, gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Didn't they used to, remember the Alexander Street pub? They used to have midget and bum bowling. And they take a little person and put them in a cart. And you have to knock down the pins with the grocery cart.
That's like
same thing with the homeless person. Yeah.
That's like a Jackass bit, right?
Yeah, I think it was before Jackass, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. This is pre-Jackass. This is when I was still in college. I mean, they pay the homeless guy to do it. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Such an awful.
Well, I mean, the Florida game, it sounds like it's harmless fun, but are we monetizing off the glorification of reckless behavior?
Hey, if they sign a waiver, man, all bets are off. I'm entitled to watch.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Because
you put yourself out there, man.
Yeah, what would we? I mean, I think you could have a garbage plate eating contest in the greater Rochester area for sure. You could go through and I think you could do Rock Gone Mad is basically this. Have you ever watched?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Rock Gone Mad. Mm-hmm. Rock Gone Mad caught a video of a woman walking down
Lyle Ave.
It might be.
Was it Lyle Ave?
And she was reaching in her pants and smearing poop on the cars.
Oh, I didn't see this part.
Oh,
no. Okay.
She's reaching in her. Listen to these guys.
She rubbing dookie on every car. Cutting bitch crazy. They did beat the bitch. They hit her with a pole. She rubbing dookie on every car.
She's just walking down the street, rubbing them. Parked cars driving by. She's smeared on their windshield.
Oh, she rubbing.
It's gotta be mentally ill.
Yes.
Not the Tesla, bitch.
Wait, listen now. Now he's walked up to his car.
She dookie me, right?
All over his white passenger side handle. Smeared.
All type of just dookie strip. I'm a victim.
I'm a victim.
Oh.
It makes you wonder, like, could you put game? It is weird. All right. See, here's the thing. That to me, how would you profile that person? What race are they?
African American or black?
You think so?
The person talking?
No.
Or the person doing the actual
the poop smear?
Oh, I don't know. Because I thought the person talking you meant. I have no idea because like how can you tell from hearing that story? If it's like in the city of Rochester, I would guess African American.
I'm going if it involves poop and they're smearing it, I'm going that is a white person all day.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know why. That's what I think. I think here's the bad part is like I'll profile if I hear of well, we've had our fourth death. We think we have a serial killer on our hands. I'm going white guy.
Oh yeah.
White guy.
Well, we have the statistics to back it up.
White guy. I hear poop being smeared. I go, white person.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right.
I just feel like it's a white person.
It was downtown Rochester. It sounded like from the audience. It may have been, okay.
Yes.
Was it a white person?
Yes, it was a white woman.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Reaching in her pants. Clearly mentally ill.
Yeah.
Doing this. But I don't know. Could you put that in the Florida Man games?
I mean, like to how many cars you can get with before what?
I don't know. The thing is, like, well, you could have the car stealing.
You could
garbage plate eating contest, right?
Kia stealing.
Yeah, it would have to be Kia stealing.
Yeah.
What else are we? What other things will we?
Well, we have to break them up by division: under 14, under 16. What else? Like window smashing on Park Ave. That would be a big one. You have 30 seconds to smash as many. It has to be all 4 windows. You have to it equals 1 car. Okay. You have to get the back and the front too. So that would be a big one. So we have garbage plate eating. We have window smashing. We have Kia stealing.
Kia stealing. That's right.
Okay. A lot of people think they're comics in town. They're not very funny.
Oh,
would that be a competition?
Now, hang on a second. Don't do that.
I don't know. I'm joking.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
I'm funny. Tell me I'm funny. I'm funny.
I love that they're doing this though, because it's kind of a form of the blue collar.
I can see Olympics. Like if you set up Walmart,
yes,
like a track and field,
100%.
Like you had like a the most stolen items in Walmarts are Red Bulls. Because they're so small and you could put. So what if you had the Red Bull like a baton made like track and field? You had to like take the Red Bull case, steal it, and then pass it to your partner at the end of the aisle who had to get up the next aisle, and like you had teams going up and down the aisles.
Maybe that's for training camp. Training camp for the Florida Man Games.
Okay.
Is a Daytona Walmart.
Okay.
It's a Daytona Beach Walmart. That's where you got to go.
The Daytona 500 pounders.
It's crazy. Well, we wanted to do the 315 Olympics years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, with different things like, all the stuff that they did in their whatever we would make rednecky fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny that they
opening beers with your teeth.
Yeah, embrace it. I mean, like it's a small segment of the population, but boy, did they make bad choices.
Yeah, for some reason. What is it?
Bad choices.
What is it about that area? Is it the water?
No, I think that a lot of people try to run away from problems in life and go to where it's like warmer and better. And sunshine makes everything better, and it'll be warm, and we'll start over, and it'll be great. And I think that wherever you go, you bring you and your problems, and you bring, it's different people in your life, but it's the same, different players, same story.
Well, here's the thing. I know a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life who moved to Florida.
Yeah.
It's
where a lot of losers go.
But the losers all seem to move back.
Well,
the winners end up staying down there.
Yeah. Yes.
The losers end up coming back.
I should be careful because I do have family that has moved to Florida, and they're all doing well. And I'm not saying that, but there does seem to be an element of people that are trying to go there. And maybe there's other states. Maybe there's Arizona, or there's on the coast of Alabama, or whatever like that, where it's warmer and it's going to be nicer and life's just going to be easier. Yeah, it could be. Mm-hmm. It absolutely could be. Or you'll get there, the honeymoon wears off, and then it's just you, and you attract the same bullshit that you've always had. Different players, same story. That's the bad part of it.
Don't they have like I remember our friend Tommy told us that about 10 years, about 10, 15 years ago, they had a Burmese python problem in Florida because all these
people were letting go.
Yeah, they would buy these exotic animals, and then they didn't want to raise it, so they let them go out in the swamp, and they had no natural enemies. They start mating, and all of a sudden they had these like Burmese pythons living in the Florida Everglades.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what we get, folks.
It's a mess. It's like people let these
alligator wrestling, Burmese python wrestling.
Oh, you could
add those to the Florida Man Games because it's new now.
I know it is new.
As far as New York State goes, what like telemarketing games? I mean, what do we have?
We don't know. We don't have any.
If you take New York City out of New York State, what's our identity?
Okay, so we could have car stealing, garbage plate speed eating, winter pothole hurdle,
okay,
and Wegmans kart racing.
Wegmans kart racing.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know what? When you go to
bonus if you dodge an old lady in the cheese aisle, you get bonus points for doing that.
Wegmans kart racing.
Yeah.
I wonder like if there's a competition for, corralling up those empty carts that just get left there. Like at least Wegmans has people to go to get the carts when people leave the carts.
Yeah.
And so in the handicap sections, it's expected to leave your cart.
You know our friend Foodie.
Yes.
He gets really pissed off.
Oh, that's like what most normal people get pissed off about.
Foodie gets pissed off when he
Irrationally pissed about.
Goes to Wegmans and he sees somebody leave their cart.
Hate it.
And
I've seen it.
And he gets he gets really mad and he gets very passionate about it. And I'll say, he'll go, yeah. And I'll go, did you say that to the person? No.
No. No. But
no. But I thought it. I thought, you lazy fuck, it's right there. And it is. Like they got the cart corrals everywhere. Just go put your cart away.
Right.
What does it take? It's an extra 10 seconds. You want to get home that bad?
Here's what I've never understood
your
about.
Ice cream's not going to melt, fat ass.
Here's what I've never understood about any supermarket, any market, Walmart. I don't care where it is, okay? I got to park as close to the entrance as possible.
Yes.
When you're going in, what are you going to do when you're in there? You're walking around the damn supermarket.
I can't walk everywhere.
But you can't walk back to the freaking car?
No, because then what am I doing? I got to unload everything. I got to walk all the way back. It's too much, Dan. It's too much. And I know all you healthy people that park way far away.
I park.
Hoof it in like you're.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Good for you.
Like chest out.
You know what? I pay in time. That's my currency. Didn't you say that earlier?
Yeah.
I don't have enough minutes to walk across this parking lot. The
worst though is the places where they don't.
I want an inventory of my life and how much time was spent walking from the car to the store.
I will actually return other people's carts.
Yeah, I've done that too. I've done that
as a principle.
Yeah.
You know what though? My wife likes to shop at these bargain places, and they don't have cart corrals. So these bargain places, people just leave the carts just scattered. And Henrietta's like the unreturned cart corral of America. Mm-hmm. It's just one big cart corral of lost carts.
Henrietta is our area's Florida.
I don't know if it's Florida. It might be like
strip malls.
Might be like more like Canada. I don't know.
Canada.
Well, yeah, we get every walk of life living in Henrietta, man.
Yeah, okay.
Like everybody could live in Henrietta. If there's space aliens living in Henrietta, I would not be shocked.
Gray people.
Yeah, the Grays. They probably walk.
Grays walking among us.
But man, like there's carts everywhere. Like you can find a Home Depot cart at Target.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Except
because they don't.
They're on different streets,
but they don't have cart corrals.
Well, actually, they do. That's the thing.
Where?
Target's got a cart corral. Home Depot has a cart corral.
Yeah.
BJ's has a cart corral. Ollie's does not.
Yeah.
You'll find 7 Ollie's carts in the parking lot and 6 cars.
What? Okay. What do you? All right. You go to Ollie's.
Beth goes to Ollie's.
No. It's all right.
I go along with her.
Yes, that's fine.
Because you get some good stuff cheap.
Yes, you can.
But you know when people have a problem there when they're offering up an Ollie's credit card, you know you got a problem if you have an Ollie's credit card.
Why? What if it? Because you shop at Ollie's all the time, but you can use the credit card anywhere.
You can,
and you get
points
cash back and points at Ollie's.
Which stuff's already cheap, Billy.
That's true.
That's like this. That's got to be like your 9th or 10th credit card at that point.
To qualify,
they do have some decent stuff there. Like I found your Tom Brady book there.
Oh
yeah.
To qualify,
I got one for myself too.
To qualify for the games, maybe you have to have one of these credit cards from an Ollie's. Right, or a Big Lots card.
Yes, I go to the DMV with 2 proofs.
I had a Big Lots card.
Did you really?
Not a Big Lots credit card, but I had a Big Lots card because they're like, "Hey, you want the card? You scan it so many times." I think I went there 3 times, but I bought a fan there.
Okay, that's one
really
thing,
hot, and I wanted a fan for outside.
But that's fine. Like, if you're saving money like that way, like the 10th punch or whatever, that's one thing. It's like going to give subs. It's another thing when you have the credit card. The actual like credit card, that's messed up.
Yeah, but this was like they'll scan your card. It's like your
it's like a Wegmans card.
Your discount card.
It's like
By the way,
Shoppers Club.
are we doing away with all that shit? We should. It just takes up space in your wallet. Nobody cares. Don't you
just enter your phone number?
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know like other places, Top still has it, and that sort of thing, and it's supposed to knock down your price. You're like, ooh,
people really
look at how much I'm saving.
Yeah, like Wegmans used to tell you how much you were saving for the year.
Yeah.
They don't even do that anymore.
No, they don't. Like, they got hot zones, baby.
They do.
Yeah.
But you know what? You really don't save that much at Wegmans anymore.
No shit. You don't save that much anywhere.
That card has become like useless.
Yeah, but you don't save that much anywhere.
You don't.
No, I ran out earlier this morning and got more things because I split my shopping between basically 2, maybe 3 places, trying again to stretch things a little bit. And eggs were for 2, might have been 2 12-packs of eggs, so 24 eggs, $20.
Oh, okay.
At BJ's. Like, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
22 or whatever. And I go, yeah, it used to be like $14.
Yeah.
$15. I'm like, so everything everywhere is up.
Somebody told me if you want to save money, you go to one of those gas stations that were like you can knock the price of your gas down by getting one of those like cards, right, for the gas station, like a Fast Track or somewhere, Speedway.
Yeah.
And then you use that Speedway card, and then come Christmas or the holidays, when you buy people for gifts, you just buy them gift cards, but you buy them at the Speedway. And so, because they're expensive, like 25, 50, 75. So you rack up like maybe $500 of gift cards, because that's what you're going to spend on presents maybe anyway, right? And that knocks the price of your gas down significantly. Maybe that's the way to do it, because you need gas.
Wait, I'm missing this, because I know some grocery stores do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can you get so much off. So I could buy you a $50 gift card for $25 if I have so many points. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or I can buy them for $10 less than they're worth.
Yes.
Right.
You could do that, or you could get like that much money off gas. Yes.
So
so you're saving money on gas. When I was working in radio, I actually did commercials for Sunoco.
Yeah.
And if you bought like Gatorade and stuff, you earned enough points. You could get this stuff down to like $1 a gallon of gas.
Okay.
But what happened was you're buying all this overpriced crap at a convenience store.
Right.
And you're really not saving money.
No,
You just think you're saving money on gas.
Of course, because we're dumb.
But my point is, though,
hey, don't look at the moving
but my
shell.
point is gift cards.
Yes.
A $50 gift card is a $50 gift card.
100%.
It's not like you're not like if you buy like Gatorade at a supermarket and Gatorade at the convenience store, you're paying way more at the convenience store. A $50 gift card is a $50 gift card regardless of where you buy it.
So what do you
So instead of buying it at
gas?
Wegmans or buying it at Kohl's, you buy it at the gas station.
Okay.
Right. And then you rack up all these points that you save on gas. You're going to buy these presents anyway. You're going to buy these gift cards anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well buy them at the gas station to knock down your price of gas.
Here's the thing, Dan.
I know it's a lot.
Here's the thing. Amazon.
Yeah.
I could just have it delivered to you.
That's true.
I don't need to go wrestling with my gas points. I don't need to go to one gas station. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I understand, but that is smart. I've
never done it.
No.
I've been told about it.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot. Very passionate about it, though, and I love that.
It just sounds like a great idea.
It does sound like a good idea.
Because to be honest with you, like our friend Tommy used to, Brown, for Christmas, Brown, I just do gift cards. I spend 10 minutes at Wegmans. I just pick out and the Christmas is all set, Brown. Check this out. That's the way to do it.
All right. Well,
like Kevin's kids, right? Don't they just want gift cards? They just want the money?
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, money.
They'll buy their own stuff.
Money's a big thing. Money's a big thing. We will take a moment. Canada. You were making fun of them?
Of course.
Yeah. They may be leading in some surgery. Scientific. This is groundbreaking.
Canada might be going to Canada for a surgery.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
you don't think so?
Oh,
you wouldn't go?
I'm asking.
You wouldn't go?
They got health care.
Do they? We'll get to that.
Right.
Right after this. trying to make sense of one of the comments that came in. I've seen people with carts from Walmart a half mile away. I have to admit, I've seen them bring it the next time. So what do you mean? Like they take it home?
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
they take it home. Well, some people walk it home. I mean, I know in Henrietta, there's these apartment complexes. So they'll just walk the groceries to their house, and then they'll return it when they come back. It's mine.
Because
I got to go back there anyway.
There's no car in the lot and easier to dig out of the snow. Okay.
I also know that there's like times like at the bus stops where they'll bring the carts, they'll turn them sideways so you got somewhere to sit. Cart benches. I'm not joking.
Where have you seen this?
Oh, in Henrietta.
In Henrietta?
Yeah. By the Walmart. There's a bus stop. And so there's no bench.
Yeah.
So they'll put the carts there. Same thing in front of the Kohl's on West Henrietta Road? Yeah. They will take carts and turn them sideways so you could sit on them.
Should we start a thing, Henrietta Man?
We probably should.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Henrietta Man.
Henrietta Man.
Henrietta Man. Like, well, what is the Henrietta Man? What do they know? I might have to go out and interview some Henrietta people.
When I say Henrietta is every walk of life imaginable.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the United Nations.
Okay.
There's so many great people. I remember one 4th of July, there were so many different walks of life, and I almost teared up. I'm like, this is what America's supposed to look like.
I remember this. I remember
this is what America's all about.
To you then.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. I go, this is what America's.
Well, it is
if
what it's
tomorrow all things are gone, I worked for all my life. I still live in West Henrietta with my kitty cats and my wife.
Wow.
But there's a lot of, but that's where all the stores are.
Yes.
Like somebody once said from out of town, I talked to a kid from RIT once, goes, this is like another Erie, Pennsylvania, isn't it? I'm like, if you've ever been to Erie, Pennsylvania, Erie's known because it's between Ohio and New York.
Yeah, but you go down on Main Street and there's a lot of like local places, not chain places.
But Erie, Pennsylvania's got a lot of shopping. A ton of shopping, right? So every like major chain restaurant in America, every chain store, and also fireworks, which they could sell to out-of-towners. They can't sell them to people from Pennsylvania.
Which is the dumbest thing in the world.
Right.
I mean, that is the most,
at least
that
it was
the dumbest rule
But it's perfectly located because it's centrally located between Cleveland and Buffalo.
Yeah.
So everybody like passes through there on 90. So this kid told me, he goes, oh yeah. He goes, Henrietta is basically just Erie, Pennsylvania. The difference is you have Rochester, so you don't notice it. Henrietta is just an extension of Rochester. Erie, Pennsylvania is by itself.
Right. But I mean, you've got, see, that's the thing is like, I never understood it, I think, until you live here for a while. There's a lot of great local restaurants and cuisine.
Yes.
Unique. And I would rather, we hear the support local, shop local. Now, look, is there a chance that the chain restaurant is owned by someone local? Maybe, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But at the same time, wouldn't you rather, instead of, I guess the good thing with the chain restaurant is what you're
getting, no matter if it's in Orlando, Florida, or Rochester,
right?
New
But
York.
I mean, at least in Orlando, I can go, all right, it makes sense because it's basically a tourist destination, and there's not going to be. And if you find that place, like Holes in the Walls were my favorite. I love it.
Oh yeah,
dive. Dive.
When I went to Memphis with my boss for work, he goes, Dan, we're going to go all the local places. We're going to do all the local cuisine because you're not going to, he goes, you can find a KFC anywhere. I'm not asking if we can go to KFC.
Yeah.
And we went to all these hole in the wall places. One of those places really wasn't a hole in the wall. Tony Pollard plays running back for the Tennessee Titans. He used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. His father and brother own Pollard's Barbecue. They've owned it for 25 years.
How great.
Best barbecue I've ever had.
Yeah, great. Hey, by the way, you sent me something on Instagram.
I didn't get to watch it though.
I thought you said, no, you did. Cause you said it's my boss. This is my boss.
Oh, this was like months ago.
But was it? No,
this is during the AFC Championship game.
But was it really him?
Yeah.
That's really your boss?
Yeah.
Why? I just saw it last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did I not see it?
I sent it to you and I sent it to Greg. It was the week of the AFC Championship game, and it was like 15 degrees in Buffalo. They were having all this
driving around in a Jeep with his top off.
Yeah, with the top off and no shirt on. Going, woo, Buffalo!
That's a cute video.
Yeah. He's a good dude. He's a fun guy.
That's funny.
He's a fun guy. He's a good guy to work for.
I said that Canada is doing something that isn't being done in any other part of the world that we know of right now. It's tooth and eye surgery to restore vision. So basically what they're doing, and from what I can gather, I don't think it has to be a tooth. I think it has to be like a bone fragment. And I don't know why bone necessarily, but maybe it's your bone and your body's more accepting of it than in the eye tissue. I'm not sure. So what they do is it's been performed in 2 stages. It involves embedding a modified tooth with an optical lens into the patient's cheek before implanting it into the eye. So I don't know why that would be for the body to get used to it. Surgery. So
does it reject it? Maybe.
Well, maybe if your cheek rejects it, then we know the eye is probably going to. But the surgery is a last resort option for those with corneal blindness, but an intact optic nerves. So 94% of patients who've had this, and I got to think it's really small, have maintained vision for 3 decades.
Oh,
30 years post-surgery.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
my eyes are fine, but
if the operation is successful, Canada could become the only active North American center for this life-changing procedure. So I guess it was one of these experimental for a while.
Boost tourism.
Probably.
Nothing else is going right for Canada.
Okay, but
they did win the 4 nations.
Here's the thing that my question is, like, if you're to that point and you always want to see, I could see going, yeah, I'll take the risk.
Why not?
No risk, no reward. Right. But what is the psychological impact of having had no sight? And maybe I don't know, can you even think in pictures? Do you do that? Like, do blind people think in pictures?
I've heard they can. I've heard they dream in pictures.
Well, I don't know. So if that's the case, what are the pictures? So you know what I'm saying? Like, here's my point. You hear a nice voice on the radio, and then you meet the person, and
you're like,
you go, oh,
I can think of several people.
The voice is attached to that.
Yeah.
Right. What happens if you're married, right? Or you're getting married, you're all excited, and then somebody says, hey, as a gift before you get married, so you can see your bride, maybe your future children, we're going to get you this OOKP surgery. That's what it's called up in Canada. And we're going to do this for you. Now, it's going to have to be in your cheek for a little while. Make sure it's not rejected, but then you will have your eyesight. We have this time because you're getting married in 14 months. So we got this all figured out. And then you get your eyesight and you go, what in the, right?
I've seen 2 episodes.
Of what? Family Guy?
I don't know.
Family Guy.
Doogie Howser. Vinny Del Pino, played by Max Casella.
Yeah.
Right, was dating this blind girl, and she had lost her sight for a while. He was taking her places, right? So she really liked him. He liked her. She was cute.
She was blind.
She got her eye surgery.
Oh, she did.
And she rejected him. Then Doogie went on his computer and wrote about it in his journal at the end of the episode about how people could be cruel.
Well, people.
And then there was an episode
blind,
and
right?
But there was an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David was upset that his blind friend was dating an ugly woman.
Yes.
He felt that she was taking advantage of him because he was blind.
Yes. That's right.
You know what? You got to have an awful lot of guts to break it off with somebody because of the way they look. And once you finally see them after you've been with them for so long.
Yeah, but what if? What if?
Well, Ray Charles had a method.
He would squeeze the wrist.
He would squeeze the wrist
if you're plump.
But that don't mean you're hot. All it means is you're thick or thin.
Yes.
Me, I could go either way.
Right.
Okay. That don't mean you're not
I'm just
beautiful.
Saying, yes.
That was his way of doing it, I guess. Maybe in the 30s and 40s, that was different.
I don't know.
50s.
It's weird that we're still using a tooth. That's I'm trying to figure out the tooth aspect of this. Is there something hard in the bone? Like, why wouldn't you do something? It doesn't matter. I have no answer to this. Just in the.
So they put it in your eye?
Yeah. So
you're seeing with a tooth in your eye.
Well, you're seeing it with a tooth in your eye. It holds the lens.
Oh, I see.
That connects to your nerve.
Maybe it's the enamel.
So it's maybe. I have no idea. Look, we live in the AI world with robotic limbs and things. That's the only thing I'm thinking is like, why the eye? But I'll tell you what, if you're ever at the doctor, you see your doctor and your dentist getting together, you better get fucking scared. And he's starting to go blind.
I went to the DMV the other day. Do you want to sign your organ donor card? And I said no.
Why?
Oh, dude.
You don't want an organ donor?
Dude, come on.
What?
You know how that works.
What do you mean how that? Oh, What do you think?
Don Hallhart needs a liver transplant. Danny gets into a car accident. What do you need Danny for? We need Don Hallhart.
Oh no!
Let's just cut our losses. He signed his organ donor card.
Wait a second.
Let's save Don Hallhart. We could be heroes. He'll be on the telethon talking about how Strong Memorial Hospital saved his life. And what about, who's the guy who died? Oh, Dan Morello. Double win.
You're telling me that you think that if someone has a chance to cling to life, but they see that they have a organ donor card, they're going to send them over the edge and harvest them?
Let's put it this way. 1995.
Oh, geez.
1995.
Where?
Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle.
Yes, I know.
The guy drank himself to death.
Yes.
And he immediately jumps to the top of the donor list. Oh, it just happened to be a match. Oh, bullcrap. Somebody just happened to be. And I love the Yankees, but come on, man.
That was a waste of a good liver.
That was a waste of a great liver.
But, okay, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that person, though, that the liver came from, you're saying to me that there was a chance they were going to live. They died. And that's why we take the liver. We're not going, this guy, hey, count to 10, he's going to be dead. Or we can start CPR. He's got an organ donor card, let him go. I don't think that happens. Do you really?
I don't know if let's put it this way.
Christ.
I don't know that happens, but the preponderance of evidence in my head suggests that you don't want to take a chance.
What preponderance of evidence?
If there's even like a 5% chance that could happen, I'm not taking that chance. By the way, when I was a Lyft driver, I actually dropped somebody off who dropped off a liver. They couldn't tell me it was in the box, but I knew there was a liver in the box.
How'd you know there was a liver in the box? Because got X-ray vision?
They come in a certain like igloo case.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I had to bring them strong.
Okay. Liver, could it be a heart? Could be
no. What I'm saying is there was an organ in there. I go, is that an organ? I cannot confirm or deny. You just need to bring me to Strong and bring me back to the airport. Like, oh, okay.
Wow, that was it?
You trusted me with an awful lot here.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, step on it. I'm like, okay, here we go.
Step on it and shut your mouth.
Yeah, I brought her to Strong. Yeah. She was cool. No, she was cool as heck, but you could tell there was an organ inside the box.
Yeah, well, I think the organ donation is interesting. Now, I forget where it is.
Plus, you probably get like priority seating, and you get to board the plane first.
I think it's Japan has just legalized. Now this gets into an ethical gray area, but I'm pretty sure over in Japan they just legalized putting human stem cells into pigs to try to grow
human organs.
Yes, but grow. So I don't know. So the stem cells aren't necessarily genetic, right? So we're not, they are, but we're not talking about.
They are, but they're like kind of neutral. They can be formed into anything.
Well, this is the thing. So I think that they're going to grow livers and kidneys because, much like we were talking about with the alcohol thing earlier, there's a greater need for liver and kidneys now. And why not just grow them in a pig?
Right.
But what about, don't tell me, I hate this because I feel like it's very conspiratorial, and I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. But I think there's a lot of things that we have laughed at for years or mocked people on. Do you remember when we used to have this guy, Richard Dolan, on? He was the UFO guy.
Yeah.
And man, we were merciless on that guy. And he was an educated man. I think he was a major in English. I think he was an English professor at maybe U of R. And he did writing things and all this, but he wrote several books about UFOs, and we made fun. I would love to find him now and talk to him because I go, maybe he was right the whole time.
We're finding out a lot of stuff.
Do you know what I mean?
Right about 25 years ago,
maybe
30 years ago,
maybe
we're right about. That we mocked and made fun of and laughed at.
And then we talk about
I still think the world's round, though.
Me too. The cloning, and I think they cloned a sheep, maybe over in Scotland or somewhere they cloned a sheep.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't tell me there's not a clone somewhere. Walking. There's no.
Like Dave Chappelle?
Well, was that you and I?
Jim Brewer. Yeah. You and I were talking about off air.
Yeah. Oh, did you go see it? Did you go watch the podcast?
No, I haven't yet. But the story was that Jim Brewer, who did a show with Dave Chappelle, came when he talked to Chappelle after he came back from Africa after his show had ended, that it was a different Dave Chappelle.
That's what he said.
And that Dave's cousin believes that Dave was replaced by another Dave.
Well, he's very funny.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Yeah, this Dave is, the clone is just as funny.
Yeah.
But okay. So I don't know if when you clone something, does it get your entire personality and everything?
I don't know. When they cloned the sheep, they said, I think the sheep's name was Dolly, right?
Yes.
Dolly 2 was not a lot like Dolly 1.
Yeah.
Dolly 1 was more excited, happy, would be more, and the Dolly 2 was lazy.
Yeah.
Dolly 2 didn't want to do nothing but sleep.
Right.
So I don't know.
But I mean, don't you think somewhere somebody in I don't know, dark side of the military somewhere, they have cloned people?
I wonder. Seriously. I've seriously wondered about that.
Hang on. Let me go to AI, artificial
But the
intelligence.
thing is, though, if you could clone people,
Yes.
why wouldn't you just clone military? Why wouldn't you just clone people just for the sake
because
organs?
you're keeping it secret because you don't want that. Well, it's an ethical gray area.
Yes, it is gray.
I mean, you couldn't have all of a sudden,
who do you clone?
Right.
Let's clone 8 Bill Clintons.
Yeah.
I just keep running and running and running.
All right. What are the chances there are human?
I mean, 25 years ago, people still wanted to complain. Come on, we landed on the moon. Now we're like making movies about how we faked the moon landing. I mean, Tom Cruise was vilified 20 years ago for like saying Brooke Shields shouldn't be on medication for psychosomatic postpartum depression, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, maybe he was right about that stuff. Maybe those psychotic drugs are killing people. They are hurting people. They are masking the problem. Maybe we ripped on this guy because of Scientology. Maybe he was right about this one.
Okay, so I just asked AI. The chances of that human clones exist, at least in secret, are hard to determine, but here's what we know. This is according to artificial intelligence, AI. Legally and ethically, most countries ban human cloning due to ethical concerns. Of course they do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying
they don't want you doing it
in the dark.
But man, somebody in the Pentagon might be back there.
Don't we hear about
it's alive?
No, exactly. It's like young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But don't we not often hear about the plastic surgery going on in some garage in Florida, and the girl, like the bum contest in Brazil, she got like butt implants, but she did it in some back area.
She did in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, the U.S., for example, has no federal law against it. Did not know this against cloning, but research funding for it is restricted. Okay. We have successfully cloned animals, Dolly the sheep in 1996, dogs, monkeys, etc. But cloning humans is far more complex and risky. Man, could you imagine if like a clone came out and just started beating the shit out of you?
Well, yeah.
Like snapped.
Beating the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Danny's beating up Danny.
Danny's beating up Danny. You're an asshole.
Yeah. And then who do you root for?
This is your
Who's the real Danny?
High failure rates, birth defects, and short lifespans make it unlikely anyone has pulled it off successfully, at least publicly. So wait a second. So they're not saying it hasn't happened. They're saying this is AI. Again, they'll search the entire internet. And I did use ChatGPT for anybody who wants to know. It says high failure rates. So then it sounds to me like it's already happened. Unless you had high failure rates in dogs and monkeys as well. And monkeys are very close genetically. I think they're the closest to humans,
yeah.
Right? High failure rates, birth defects, and short lifespans make it unlikely anyone has pulled it off successfully, at least publicly. Conspiracy theories. Some people believe secret labs and rogue scientists may have cloned humans, but there's zero solid proof. What if you had a clone and like you're just like, all right, I got to tap out. I need some rest. I got to sleep.
They did a movie about this called Multiplicity.
Yeah, Multiplicity. My wife's favorite. But the clone is better in bed than you are.
Right. Then you have to establish boundaries.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That was part of Multiplicity. Nobody touches my wife but me.
So they say here, so possible? Yes. Likely? Probably not. At least not in a way that's public knowledge. If human clones do exist, they're either deep in hiding or, well, how would we know?
Right.
How would you freaking know?
There are two people that I've heard of that have been cloned.
Who?
Jamie Foxx and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Or just trying to live
and
a
the
normal
reason
life.
they think that Jamie Foxx is cloned is because after the stroke,
yes,
he doesn't have the tattoo on the back of his head.
Neck. Maybe he does. Maybe he got it removed. I mean, I don't know. I heard that too. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's weird stuff, man.
Two very funny guys. But how do
if
you
there's
clone?
one person, though, if there's one person we need to clone,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying I'm for this.
Okay.
In fact, I'm against it, Billy.
Who do you want to clone?
Josh Allen. Make Josh Allen's backup. Or have a quarterback competition between Josh Allen's. Best of both worlds.
You're an idiot.
Am I wrong, though?
Oh, Jesus.
There's one guy.
Well,
one
actually,
guy.
hang on.
One guy we can clone.
Hang on. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah. Who would you clone?
Well, if Josh goes down,
You bring in Josh.
we got JA2.
Yeah, right.
2.0.
J 2.0.
Yeah. Who would I clone?
Yeah.
Who would I clone? I may clone me so I can be in two places at once.
Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see you doing that.
I could. I would do that. But I just need to know. Like,
you know what ended up happening? It'll be just you two doing the podcast. No Kevin, no me.
No. Here's what I want.
Can you imagine two Bills in the room making fun of everybody?
No.
We would never be the same.
Yeah, but I get made fun of when I go places. So, I think that I'd want to be able to communicate telepathically with my clone. Now, I have to go back to the telepathy tapes. I haven't finished them, but they believe non-verbal autistic children can communicate telepathically, and they've done some studies. The reason they're not scientifically eligible or legal studies or whatever you want to say is because there is a mother or a person who's close to that, to the nonverbal human, that they think that it's somewhat of a jaded. You need a neutral subject to proven research. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be able to telepathically go, okay, here's what you got to do today. What do you think? You got it? You understand what your mission is today? You understand what we're doing? All right. I want to be able to check in with you, and I want to go do my thing.
Right.
God, could you imagine how much
that was the plot of Multiplicity.
All weekend long, all I say to myself is we're capable of so much more than we believe we are. And I really do think that. Like, the amount of stuff we can actually do versus what we think we can do or what we really do because we're just like lazy and tired. If you just do it, you can get so much accomplished. But imagine if you had a clone.
Yeah.
How great that would be. Parties you don't want to go to, send the clone. Right? You know what I'm saying? You got that boring party where they're not playing music and no alcohol served. Time for the clone. Clone goes there.
Meet with clients. Send the clone.
Parent teacher night. Send the clone.
Work. Send the clone.
Send the clone. Got a boring meeting at work. Send the clone. You know.
But the one thing though,
What if you
Multiplicity?
Yeah.
The clone. Yeah. Didn't realize he was the clone.
Because
the clone I remember walking in here. Yeah, but you're the clone. I'm the real Doug. And they found out, so then he liked the idea so much he decided that was the more manly Doug. Then he got another clone. It was the more feminine Doug. Right. Then the clones decided to have a clone of themselves, and it was kind of like the what's the politically correct term? The slower Doug.
Okay.
So it'd be four Dougs. You know.
That's interesting, but
you would never stop.
How about at work though? Like you could become the most amazing, efficient person. You know what I mean? You have yourself on 2 different floors. Hey, I just saw you downstairs. Yeah, I'm running around. You're up here? Oh, yeah, bathroom up here is nicer. You know, whatever. You just get stuff done.
Yeah.
Oh,
you need Mr. Efficiency.
I kind of like that idea.
So I would clone Josh Allen. Bill would clone Bill.
Wouldn't you clone yourself?
No, I got enough of me to worry about.
Why wouldn't you clone yourself? You get more done. Who do you know better than you?
I'm one of a kind, Billy. Let's be honest. We don't need more Dannys.
Why? I think another Danny would be good. What if Beth wanted another Danny?
Yeah, see, I'd be jealous of myself.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
What if he's better than me?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like if your clone is all of a sudden, picked up a move somewhere along the line.
I walk in the house and all of a sudden I'm watching me with Beth.
Well, see, the weird part is like cloning. So it's you, but do I have to put the information in there or is it already there?
That's the thing. If
Language,
it's a clone.
all that.
Yeah.
So it's a clone.
Yeah.
It thinks like you, walks like you, talks like you, dresses like.
Josh Allen. Clone Josh Allen.
Maybe you try penis enlargement pills on your clone to see if they actually work.
Or supplements.
Yeah. Or the supplements that you do. All those dangerous supplements. All right. For Dan Barillo, who's going to clone Josh Allen.
The movie, all right? One of us has like some type of liver issue.
Yes.
So I'm the original. So I want my liver from my clone. My clone doesn't want to give up his liver. And it becomes this violent movie.
Ooh.
80 minutes.
Yeah. Of a fight.
Yeah.
To get the clone. Yeah. We're chasing around with a razor, a needle to knock it out. Like some kind of drug.
The good Dan becomes bad Dan.
For Dan Barillo, who will clone Josh Allen, I'm Bill Moran, who, like you, will clone yourself. We'll see you tomorrow.
And it remembers like original sin. Elvis Presley Boulevard to the Graceland gates. See, we were looking for a Cadillac with Tennessee.